dispensed with. It's not the same thing.
Grazie. Onorevole.
Thank you. Dr. Charles Tannock, a minute and a half.
He has presided over a government since becoming Prime Minister in 2006 that has exploited sectarian religious tensions in Iraq to the benefit of the previously marginalised under the Ba'athist regime but majority Shi'ite population. His regime, which enjoys a parliamentary majority since the April 30th elections, has been aided, unfortunately, and abetted by Iran as part of its own wider regional hegemonic aspirations. As part of the al-Maliki sectarian approach, Sunni Arab tribes in Iraq's west have faced discrimination and thousands of innocent civilians have been killed, particularly in the Anbar province, in the name of prosecuting a war against terrorist jihadi elements linked to ISIS. In so doing, Baghdad has driven a desperate Arab Sunni community, including secular former supporters of Saddam Hussein, into an unholy alliance by teaming up with ISIS to fight government forces. Meanwhile, the autonomous region of Kurdistan has pursued its own destiny of democracy, secularism and prosperity. Thus we now have three increasingly divergent entities that are jeopardising the territorial integrity of Iraq, and one that has offered fertile ground to jihadi terrorists spilling over from the conflict in neighbouring Syria. ISIS, sadly, is now very well financed by Gulf states and its captured oil fields and looted money from the central bank, and is fully militarily equipped, but it must now be stopped in its tracks. It has now declared an Islamic caliphate and is imposing a barbaric form of extreme Sharia law on the local populations and minorities' heritage, including Christians. And it is being joined by hundreds of EU, including United Kingdom citizens, as fighters who are being radicalised and brutalised by their experience and pose a serious security threat when returning to their home countries. Finding a solution to this cannot come too soon, and we must now look to both international and regional forces that can offer some support. The brave Kurdish Peshmerga, i.e. the Kurdish army, have been very successful in wresting control of the Kirkuk oil fields, previously in the hands of ISIS, and securing the Kurdish region's immediate borders and protecting the Christian minorities of the Nineveh plains. Kurdistan has announced a referendum for independence unilaterally, which I think is very understandable and something that Western powers after the First World War promised them in the Treaty of Sèvres in 1920 and may now soon become an inevitable reality. Thank you.
Grazie, signor Tannock.
Thank you. Dr. Tannock, there is a blue card. Will you accept it?
No, lei deve dire se l'accetta.
You have to say whether you accept it or not.
Da chi? Accetta la.
No, are you accepting the request or not?
Beh, va bene, ma io voglio sapere